Hey, Pokedad Fan Club, it's me, Pokedad, and today we're doing a deck profile. I do need to apologize to you guys, but my schedule has changed quite a bit. I run a private school, and so school is back in now, and so I'm probably not going to be able to do the daily things that I have been doing. With that being said, I still am going to go over several deck profiles every week, probably two or three, and then do some battle videos. So we'll still have this deck profile, and then Tuesday night fights will be tonight. And then I'll probably do another deck profile on Wednesday, and I'll still have a Wednesday word. And then finally, we'll probably still do tournament Thursday. So that may mean some of the other stuff we're kind of cutting back on, at least until I can figure out my schedule a little bit better. But anyway, guys, so today I'm doing a deck profile on Metagross. All right. Now I have to say that the original design from this came from Donald over at Dark Integral Gaming. There was a few things though that were lacking in that build, so I try to aim to kind of improve on, or at least fit my playstyle a little bit better. And one of the things I think that was really a problem with that was that there was no way to draw into your Metagross, or no way to search out for your Metagross. You just had to draw into him, and that caused some problems. In fact, I had a friend who took this deck to a tournament. Me and him both played yesterday. I ended up coming in first with my Raichu Vespiquen. He started out with a bang and won his first round, but then he dropped his last two, and the biggest reason was because of not being able to get his Metagross out. So me and him kind of looked at it, and I've been thinking about it. So Anthony, this deck is for you, man. This is to tweak your deck so that it'll even be better. I've already been in play testing with it, and it's done quite well. So if Anthony, if you're watching, this is for you, man. Alright, so Metagross. So we want to focus on basically his Machine Gun Stomp. Now, Machine Gun Stomp does 20 plus 10 for each card in our hand. So the idea here is we want to get into a big draw. We want to draw as many cards as we possibly can so that his attack gets stronger and stronger. Now, a couple good things about Metagross. Number one, HP is 150, so he is strong. He can hold up. He's almost as strong as an EX, so that works in our favor. And he has Theta Double, so we can actually increase his attack with a Muscle Band, and we can also use Lucky Helmet, which gives us more cards in our hand, which makes our hand even stronger. So that's the main thing. We rarely are going to guard press. I mean, 4 energies for guard press just seems really tough to get. And since we're not playing Bronzong, it's not likely we're going to get to that anyway. So we're going to focus on Machine Gun Stomp. Now the problem with that is in the beginning game, we're having to play cards so that we can get everything out. It's not until we get toward the middle and end game where our hand gets really massive. So we have to have a few things in here to help us manage that until we get into the middle game. So the very first thing we have is we have Deoxys. Now Deoxys is got the close encounter attack, and if you go first for a colorless energy, you can use close encounter and draw 2 cards, which fits into our deck idea that we want to get more cards into our hand so that Metagross attack goes up even higher. We'll talk about the stadium that I play. Well, we'll go ahead and talk about that now. So I play 3 Dimension Valleys in this deck. The reason for it is Deoxys has that first attack, which actually gets to attack for free with Dimension Valley. So we, instead of having to attach an energy to him, we can attach an energy somewhere else, or we can hold that energy in our hand and make our hand even bigger. So Dimension Valley helps us out quite a bit in this deck for that reason. Also, Deoxys does have Overdrive Smash, and it can be a very good attack. I mean, if you have a Muscle Band, his first time he's going to use it is only going to be 50. His second time, though, would be 110. So 50 and 110 isn't quite a knockout on EX, but it can still smack down other things pretty good. So Overdrive Smash can be helpful, and remember, it has, with Dimension Valley, you would just need one psychic energy, and he could do Overdrive Smash. In fact, if we're going second, ideally we want to still use Close Encounter, but if we needed to, we could use Overdrive Smash right off the start if we had Dimension Valley and a psychic energy. So for that reason, we're playing 4 Deoxys. Now our other attacker here is Miltank. We're only playing 2 of them. Miltank, though, powerful friends. When you have a stage 2, you just can't beat 80 damage, muscle band 100. So for 1 energy, I mean, you just can't beat that attack power. So very useful Miltank. Now we're playing. Notice we're not playing any Metangs. We're playing a 4/4 line Beldum straight to Metagross, and we're playing 4 rare candies. Alright, that was in Donald's original idea, but we do play one of these Magnetic Warp Metagross, and this thing is really, really awesome, simply because at the beginning, if we don't have a big hand, we don't want to be attacking with our other Metagross, so a lot of times this Magnetic Warp helps me to get into my Deoxys, get out of a Metagross, especially if we start with Beldum, and maybe we've rare candied into Metagross. We can then use the Magnetic Warp to get our Deoxys back up, or we can get Miltank to the front. Very useful. Alright, so let's look at supporters. Let's look at supporters first, because we're only playing 6. Now this is very, very unusual, but this is because of the way this deck is built. It's built around having a large hand. We're only playing 2 supporters. We're playing 4 Tiernos, and we're playing 2 Lysanders. That's it. We're also playing 4 VS Seekers so that we can reuse either of these. The reason why we don't play Sycamore or Shauna or Birch is because if we reshuffle our hand, we're going to lower our hand count, and we constantly want to keep building that hand count so that Machine Gun Stomp will be strong. And then we got to have 2 Lysanders just in case we need to knock something out of our opponents. So Tierno, Lysander, that's it. Tierno just allows us to draw 3 cards. Now, because of that, we have to have other ways to do draw support. We've talked about Deoxys does the extra 2. We've also talked about Lucky Helmet. That does an extra 2 also. But we also have to play 4 Roller Skates. Now Roller Skates is just like Tierno, but you flip a coin, and if it's heads, you get to draw 3. If not, nothing. It's a wasted card. However, Roller Skates just makes this deck even stronger. We play the 3 Dimension Valley, but we play 1 Paint Roller, and I've even considered bumping this up to 2. Especially at the beginning, if you get a stuck where you're not being able to draw very well, you can play your Dimensional Valley and then Paint Roller it away, and at least you'll get another card. And sometimes that'll draw into a Tierno or a Roller Skates. So that can help us out a lot too. Now we only play 1 Professor's Letter, and that is if we get energy stuck, we can use it to get our energies, but it also can help us grab 2 cards for the price of 1, which will make our hand bigger once again. Alright, we play 1 Escape Rope and 1 Switch. That's just standard to kind of help us position the right Pokemon, or if we get into special conditions, that can help us out of those. Here's one of the big differences. Dimension Valley is one of the big differences between Donald and my build, but the other big difference is I play 3 Great Balls. Now, it's not Ultra Ball, and you don't want to use Ultra Ball. If you use Ultra Ball, you're going to discard 2 cards, and that's going to make your hand smaller. So we want to actually use Great Ball to look at the top 7 cards of our deck and we can get a Pokemon from those 7 cards. Most of the time you're going to draw into something. It's not going to always be what you want, but it's going to give you a shot to get Metagross out faster than just having to draw into him naturally. So Great Ball gives us 7 more cards to look at to draw into Metagross. Now we also play 4 rare candies. That's just to go from Beldum to Metagross in 1 turn. 1 switch. We also play the 3 Trainers Mails. This is to help us find Roller Skates and to find Tierno and to help us find the Great Balls and VS Seeker and those kind of things. So we play 3 of those. 4 VS Seeker to spam Tierno over and over and over again so that we're drawing 3 cards every turn. That's very useful. And then 2 Lysander. So that's pretty much it, guys. We play 3 Lucky Helmets. Again, that helps us for draw power. 2 Muscle Bands to make the strength of any of our attackers greater. And then we're playing 10 Energies. So 3 Metal and 3 Psychic. I don't even really know. We could probably even just go 6 Psychic, because the chances of getting an Iron Cannon or a Guard Press off are probably going to be really slim in this deck. And Beldum, again, isn't going to hit very hard. So really, you might even consider just going 6 Psychic here, just to make sure that Deoxys has a better shot at getting his attack. But whatever you do, that's fine. 3 and 3 is okay split. With the big key is to have the 4 double colorless. Anyway, guys, that's the deck profile. I'm going to go do some matches for us so that we'll have it for Tuesday night fights. So anyway, we'll talk to you later. Bye.